Okay, I have never done an unboxing before, so bear with me, and I'm not sure how this camera, my phone camera, is gonna pick this up, but this is, for a lot of you that know and those that don't, I'm a very big knife collector. Hopefully I don't cut myself. And this knife is my, I guess you'd call it kind of grail of grail knives, a knife that I never thought I would own or spend the money on, but I have sold a lot of other items to enable me to get this, and it's so special that I wanted it to be kind of captured on video, a knife of this caliber. So that's what this is. So I'm gonna try my best to not screw up the video. This is probably just some paperwork, so I'll push that off to the side. So this is a Rockstead Higo. Rockstead is a knife company out of Osaka, Japan. They make probably some of the most high quality, if not the highest quality knives that you can possibly buy. They're also known to be the sharpest knife that you can buy, like literally in the world, like the sharpest you can buy. And the type of steel and the type of craftsmanship and the things that they do to these blades, the type of steel that they use, the way that they sharpen them, the way that they polish them, they put them together, their grinds, is supposed to not only have the sharpest edge in the entire world, but also keep that edge for a very, very long time. So wow, this is cool, I'm excited. So obviously it's completely sealed from Japan. These are all handmade, hand-tuned, hand-polished in Japan, and from what I understand, they take a very, very long time to make. And most of that time, I think, goes into the actual blade itself. So I'm gonna try to open this on camera. So there's the box, and it comes with a polishing cloth, which is cool. This stuff to the side. And here's the box, Rockstead, Japan. Made in Japan. And for a lot of you that know, high-end watches, Seikos, Citizens, things like that are all made in Japan. They're obviously known for their quality, especially their craftsmanship when it comes to making knives or blades of any kind. All right, let's see if I can figure out how to open this box. I know you just push it. It's snug, definitely a snug fit. So these boxes, man, even the packaging is nice. So then we've got Rockstead burned into a balsa wood box. And even the box, I mean, like I said, like this is pretty amazing. Everything they do to perfection. I mean, even the box barely even has a seam. I mean, I almost think it's just a block of wood, to be honest. All right, let's open it up, if I can. There it goes. So this is, I'm really excited about this because every one of the knives that they send out has its own spec sheet, because each one is completely different. So each one is tested for hardness. I'm gonna try to hide my registration number if I can. So this is the specifications. That's a picture of my actual knife. Probably the day that it was born. They take a picture of every single one, and these are the specs. So this is the Higo with YXR7 blade steel, which is a really, really tough and wear-resistant tool steel. That's these two steels are the two steels that they use to get the type of cutting ability and cutting durability out of these knives. Each blade is individually tested. Each blade that they fit onto their knives are individually tested for Rockwell hardness, and I'll show you that in a minute. There's a little drilled in piece on the blade around the tang area, right around here, that they drilled to get the Rockwell hardness. So mine is 64, which is pretty much 100% in spec. I think that's what it even said on the literature, that it was supposed to be around 64 to 65. So the handle materials are duraluminum. Duraluminum is basically a aircraft grade aluminum that has been impregnated with copper. So it makes it really, really, really strong. In mine, I went with the black DLC coating. DLC coating is, I think it stands for diamond. A lot of people think it's just diamond light coating, but I think it's actually diamond like carbon, which impregnates the blade itself, which keeps it from rusting and helps it have some stability against corrosion and scratches and things like that. So it keeps the blade looking nice. And then it's just got the different specs. My birth date of mine was November 20th of 2019, and then it looks like it was checked by Nori, which I've seen her name on some of the reviews that I've been watching. Like I said, Rockstead is out of Sakai City, Osaka. So if you want to sharpen these blades, you have to send it to them, because their process, there's only one company in the world that does it, and that's them. So if it ever does, if the blade ever does go dull, it's recommended to send it to them. Don't try it on your own. Don't send anybody else. They have the process, they have the equipment to do it, and nobody else does. And let's see what else I got in here. I think this is just some literature on how to take care of it. Yeah, just how to take care of it, how to keep it clean, things like that. So, okay, let's take a look. I'm really excited. I've never, out of all the knives I've collected, a lot of really high-end and inexpensive knives, I've never even seen one of these in person. So this is the first time I'm even laying eyes on one other than YouTube and pictures online. So let's take a look. Wow. Very cool. So this is the Higo. And from what I understand, Higo is, I believe, an island in Japan. I think there's two small islands. One's Higo and the other one is Hizen. I think Higo's the bigger island, so that's this one. And then there's a smaller version called the Hizen that's exactly like this, a smaller island. So pretty cool name. I think these scales are supposed to mimic essentially a Japanese Zen garden and kind of the sand, so they're really, really beautiful. It's black, completely black. Man, I'm really happy with the size. Never being able to see one, I was kind of just going off specs, but this is the exact size I was hoping it was this size. So heavy, but not too heavy. Wow, this is cool. Very cool. There's the pocket clip. Of course, it's pretty simple. Japan in itself is known for its simplicity in art, and less is more. Don't try to overdo things. So it's very simple in its construction. It's a flow-through design. Beautiful blade in there. Everything's really well, nice and polished. The scales are very smooth, very well rounded. It feels really nice. It feels substantial. It doesn't feel too heavy. Let me move this stuff out of the way. And hope you guys can see that well. Very, very beautiful. Obviously the blade is perfectly centered in in between the two scales. So, of all the guys that I'm friends with that collect knives and all the forums and groups, a lot of them say, and they all repeat to everybody who has one of these, that this is the only knife in their collection that they're actually scared of. If you YouTube videos of this knife, you'll see why. It is literally scary sharp. It is... yeah, scary sharp. I mean, it's good because if you do get cut by it, it's going to be a really clean cut and easy to sew up or tape up or whatever. but scary sharp. So doing this behind the camera is gonna be difficult too, but I'm gonna try not to cut myself. These blades, and I'll show you the way that they're polished, it takes, and it didn't say on their website how long, it just says it takes a really long time. It's the most time consuming thing, that they have to take these water stones and polish this knife, and they have to go down through grits like 600, 500, 400, 300, and they have to go down through these grits to get each layer polished perfectly, and then they continue to remove blemishes until it's completely mirror polished. And if there's even one single solitary scratch at any point, or somebody makes a mistake, they have to start the process completely over again. That's why these knives cost what they do, and that's why they have the reputation that they do and the extreme craftsmanship. So I'm going to try not to touch the blade so we can see the mirror finish from the very beginning, but wow. And I'm going to try not to cut myself. That is what a mirror polish in a knife looks like. And guys, it is completely mirror polished. Any blemish that you see is just dust. I mean, it is unbelievable. I've never seen a knife like this in my entire life. Unbelievable. I mean, it's perfect. Perfection. And you can just see that little scary silver edge peeking out the side there where the DLC coating stops and the actual cutting edge starts. Wow. It's got some nice jimping up at the top. The grip feels really nice. It's the blade is a lot heavier than I thought it'd be. It feels heavy, but it's very balanced. I mean, as you can see, I can balance it on one finger, no problem. And then if you can see it right here, it might be hard to see in the camera, but there's a little dot. That dot right there is where they individually took this blade itself and tested it for its Rockwell hardness, and that's how we got it on that piece of paper. And then there's the name Higo, and then some kanji, and then some numbers. What is that, 333 or 933? And then as a lot of Japanese knives and blades have that blood groove in there, which looks just awesome. But man, it's a substantial filling knife. It's perfect size. I know it's silly, but this knife for me is gonna be a safe queen. It's gonna be something I carry and am proud to own and show to friends and keep forever. In my opinion, it's a work of art. It might not ever cut anything. If it does, it might just be paper. Maybe some other guys with a lot deeper pocketbooks are gonna actually put these to hard use and test out that steel. But for me, it's just the enjoyment of